Suzuki going up against Sean Paul. I think that's going to be the pre-show match. So while that loads in, I'll let the internet know we're here. Let's see.
Fight!
Suzuki busted open Sean Paul. Absolutely punishing Sean Paul. Oh, that's smoking her out. I don't know how that was not a rope break. Suzuki's head is just like in the ropes. Sean Paul's arm is injured. He won't tap out. But was not enough to overcome the King of Pancrase. I also do like how the Suzuki edit uses the knee pads to extend the kick pads all the way up his legs. That is a cool way to use those parts. But I believe it is just about time to show. So without wasting any more of your time, let's go ahead and everybody get on your feet, make some noise. We are starting another edition of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. All right, welcome Blake's House Wrestling fans. If you missed last week's program, we are in the middle, or actually coming up to the conclusion of a tournament to decide the #1 contender for A-Man's JPW Championship. Now, shocking the world last week was a surprise entry in that event. Josh Kaiser fighting his way into the finals, going head-to-head with John Newton. You're going to be seeing that match in tonight's main event. Additionally, Mag.Lo taking the night off in the Mag.Lo Open Challenge. COLBY going to hold court in the center of this Blake's House ring because Mag.Lo has some other business to attend to. He's actually going to be competing against the Blake's House Wrestling champion, Cobb, in some tag team action tonight. Of course, we have got the KOF television champions, the new, well, relatively new trios team from Nick's wrestling organization of Hans Hurtem, El Idolo, and Devon Ramos, finally getting the title that they deserved several weeks ago when a mix-up with the Florida Athletic Commission forced them to challenge for the KOF TV title a second time, but no controversy in that one. They are your TV champions, at least going into this week. But we will have to see how well they can defend that title a little bit later on tonight's program. But actually, on the subject of that King of Fighters Television Championship, in that match, Ramon submitted for the first time ever in his run on Blake's House Television. He has requested a match, maybe a bit of a tune-up match, with a wrestler's wrestler in Drew Serpa to open up tonight's program. So let us go ahead and get into that contest right now. We are still in Kurgan, but
Fight!
big European uppercut to start us off here. You'd see Ramon wearing knee pads, possibly some sustained damage from that work that Ramos had been doing to his legs in last week's program. Possibly looking to protect those legs moving forward, but we'll have to see if he's made any changements or adjustments to his style. See Drew already targeting that leg. Ooh, going for that big chop, doesn't find its mark, but that lift and drop from Drew and goes for a cover, does not even get one. As I said when we were looking at this matchup here, Drew Serpa, a wrestler's wrestler. Somebody that is going to be very difficult to outmaneuver inside a 20x20. Big lift and drop once again. Drew again going for a cover, this time getting a count of 1. Back switch again, and big clubbing blow to the back of the head from Ramon now. As Ramon trying to pick up a little bit of steam in this contest. And that is always the issue with Ramon. So slow to get started. But when he finally does get going, he is an absolute terror. But blocks that double leg takedown, gets that mounted position, and applies a sleeper hold of his own. A count of 1 once again. It looks like Ramon maybe a little bit more aggressive with the submissions, and here you can see big rolling knee bar from Ramon. Possibly taking that loss last week a little bit personally. Fired into the ropes, but a slight miscalculation. Small package by Drew, but not even a count of 1. And this time, sleeper hold applied by Ramon. And yeah, this may be a little bit more aggressive of a Ramon. Going for those submission holds. And again, countering with that rolling knee bar. Told me that Drew Serpa would be getting out-wrestled at this point in the match, I would not have believed you, but right now Ramon in the driver's seat and showcasing a great deal of technical prowess. Ooh, hold on, Ramon going high risk. No, thinks better of it as Drew scrambles to his feet. Wants absolutely nothing to do with Ramon coming off that blue Gatorade turnbuckle. And cover once again off the fireman's carry. Goes for a spear. It is sidestepped. That headlock takeover finds its mark, and Drew, no, unable to capitalize. Ramon getting to his feet, and now once again sending Drew into the corner. And delivers a series of mounted punches. Like we are going coast to coast. Ramon looking to do the same in the opposite corner, but Drew able to escape and measures distance so effectively with those palm strikes. And here comes Ramon once again applying that sleeper hold. But Drew able to deliver a back elbow to break the hold. Hold on a second. Michinoku driver, he has done the deal. Can Drew kick out? He can. And big gut wrench suplex. That is the momentum shift that Drew needed at that exact moment. Gains the mount position, but reverse into a guillotine chokehold. Drew once again with those flash roll-ups. Running power slam center of the ring. Ramon once again in control. Drew is out on his feet, and a big shoulder block plants him back onto the mat. Another one. Another just massive tackle center of the ring. This time goes for the cover and nearly gets the fall, but somehow Drew able to get a shoulder off the mat. Out tackle and series of punches. But Ramon able to use that palm strike to push him up. Hold on. Step up enziguri. Now Drew once again in trouble. No, hold on, reversal. Neither man allowing the other to gain the upper hand at this stage of the match. An absolutely devastating Saito suplex. And there's that patented scarf hold that Drew is so well known for. But Ramon able to power out of the hold. Back switch, hold on. Ramon in control once again, and another drop toe hold. Ramon starting to get fired up. Drew fireman's carry, able to cool off Ramon's momentum just a little bit here. Goes for a cover, but Ramon's foot on the bottom rope. Back switch, but another rolling knee bar. Drew unable to reach the bottom rope. This could be it. No. And hold on, he has done the deal. Nobody kicks out of this 2-3 count fall. And Ramon picking up a victory with the deal, the Falcon Arrow. His attempts to out-wrestle Serpa. That task proved to be extremely difficult, but when it counted, Ramon able to deliver in that contest. You saw several attempts to pick up a submission victory. As I said, Ramon possibly reevaluating his style after that loss last week. We'll have to see exactly what is in store for Ramon in these coming weeks. And GK, Blake, Jamel, and Nick, appreciate you stopping by. It was the first match of the night if you are just getting here. Let's see. And yeah, Blake, that was the only picture, well, not only, but like one of the few good pictures of Josh I could find on Facebook. See. But we are going SWA rules action. Of course, this is all three of the major stables very interested in jockeying for position, trying to get to the top of these power rankings as the Blake's House office decides exactly what they are going to be doing with this newly vacated Mixed Martial Arts Division Championship. But right now we have Richard Submits going head-to-head with JPW's Nikita Stalin. Two absolutely vicious competitors going to be duking it out in SWA rules action, and that is right now. Tap-out artist himself, Richard Submits. That's his opponent, Nikita Stalin. Highly trained in several forms of combat. He can outstrike you, he can out-wrestle you if he has to. He is absolutely going to be a puzzle that Richard Submits is going to have to solve over the course of this match. Submits going for that mount tackle early. It was avoided, and a knee to the gut. First blood going to Stalin. Stalin blocking that mount tackle and applying that guillotine choke, trying to tap out the tap out artist. Both competitors just kind of feeling each other out right now, trying to figure out exactly. Both of these men know just how dangerous it would be to make a mistake, to leave an opening. Submits a catch-as-catch-can specialist. If there is an outstretched limb, he will try to tear it apart. But Stalin is no stranger to that style either, but you can see just as effective at wrestling techniques, lift and a drop to the mat. Once again, Stalin blocking that mount, but reversed. No, hold on. Stalin gaining the upper hand in that exchange. Goes for that cross arm breaker, but it is escaped. Here comes Anaconda Vice from Richard Submits. And again, another mount tackle here. Picks the leg. Cross arm breaker, but Stalin able to break the hold. And flying armbar from Stalin now. Both competitors targeting the arms of their opponents. Hold on, another big belly-to-belly suplex. And that might be the difference maker in this match. That sheer variety of ways that Stalin is able to come at Submits. You can see very comfortable with the ground game, but also just a deadly wrestler and pretty effective striker if this match is anything to go by. Hold on, rolls through with a guillotine choke. And a series of forearm smashes as Stalin just attempts to create some space, and Submits will do the same, trying to get back this fight away from the ropes. Hold on, another rolling scarf hold. And Stalin able to break out of it. Rich Submits as just turning up the heat at this point in the match. Not giving Stalin a moment to breathe. Russian leg sweep and transitions beautifully into an arm breaker there. Stalin able to avoid that mount tackle attempt and connects with that headlock takeover, but Submits able to escape the hold. So difficult to keep a jiu-jitsu specialist pinned down like this. Ooh, big mount tackle. This could be. Hold on. No, reversal. And it is Stalin that has the upper hand, applying that chokehold. And Submits able to break free. Just as a match with one of these elite strikers, where you are always one clean punch away from victory, that is absolutely the case with both of these competitors.
Give up.
Where one hold with just the right amount of leverage could very easily end this match.
Give up.
Neither side has able to really lock in their submission holds, but it is only a matter of time. Rolling once again, another guillotine choke, but ooh, big headbutt from Stalin. Submits delivering a series of palm strikes in retaliation, and now Just
Give up.
trapping both legs. Stalin able to power out of the hold. Looks like both competitors surviving the first round. And it's so difficult to say exactly who had the upper hand there. It was extremely back and forth over the course of that entire first round. But hold on.
Give up.
Big ankle lock, and Stalin is trapped in the center of the ring, swinging with that left leg, able to break out of the hold. Goes for a shote, doesn't find its mark, but this front headlock will allow Stalin to bring this fight exactly where he wants it. Hold on, no. Rolls through with that Kimura hold, and Stalin is in trouble. If the first round was even, the second round not going well for Stalin thus far, but that knee bar exactly what he needed to get back into the match. But once again, neither competitor able to get any of their holds fully locked in, able to force a submission. Come on, big leg scissors, able to transition into that knee bar. And hold on, this time it is Stalin delivering the Russian leg sweep and arm breaker combination. The same maneuver that Submits used on him earlier in the first round. Oh my god! Absolutely devastating suplex to the outside. Submits picking the leg, now has that knee bar locked in. No, Stalin able to escape. Series of palm strikes now. Mount tackle and transitions perfectly into a cross arm breaker. Submits hanging on. I don't know how he is doing it. Richard Submits moving this fight to the center of the ring now. Putting on an ankle lock of his own, but even that is not enough. Both of these men, absolute warriors. Kimura hold, center of the ring. Is this going to be it? No. And Richard Submits doing everything that he can, using his entire arsenal of submission holds. Stalin answering back, belly-to-belly overhead suplex. That is going to be the first knockdown officially scored by Mario in this contest. Hold on now, once again, another Russian leg sweep transitioned into that cross arm breaker. Big headbutt, and Stalin once again in control. Hold on. Takes the leg again, rolling knee bar. Is this it? No. Still not enough. A foot on the bottom rope will force Submits to break that hold. Stalin getting himself fired up. Big headbutt. Hold on, guillotine chokehold, and that is going to do it. And in the end, it was the versatility of Nikita Stalin that allowed him to pick up the victory. I think that knockdown may have dazed Richard Submits. Saw him grabbing for every hold that he had in his arsenal, trying to put an end to this match, but none of them able to be fully locked in, able to get that submission result that he was looking for. And Stalin able to pick up the victory with that guillotine choke. Yeah, again, these MMA guys putting on hit after hit. And yeah, all those transitions are exactly what you hope that these characters do. And it is nice to see when that actually works. But damn good match. Again, we are going back into this Blake's House stable. Zero once again in singles action up against Blake. His crusade against Holloway in this Dark Hour stable has proven somewhat ineffective. We'll have to see if he is able to get the job done in singles action against Blake this evening. And that match is going to be right now. Making his way to the ring. All alone, one-on-one with Zero Lopez. This is possibly one of the first legitimately honest competitions that Zero has had going up against this trios team. See exactly what he's going to be able to do one-on-one with Cabus, as Blake is just in total control thus far. Picture perfect dropkick, square in the chest. And that is exactly what Zero is going to need. He's going to have to keep up this pace. Blake, Jamel, Holloway, all three members of this team just extremely resilient, extremely difficult to pin down one-on-one even. Zero finding that out the hard way as Blake just peppering him with strikes. A shotgun dropkick from Zero, trying to keep Blake on the mat, but it's been having a difficult time doing so. And hold on. And now Zero, Blake staring one another down. Zero gained the upper hand in that exchange. Now locking on that scarf hold of his own. Blake able to break out of it. Big Rana from Blake now, and goes for that leaping facebuster, but Zero able to sidestep, and that has given him an opportunity. Big 450 off the top, but a foot on the bottom rope will break up the count. Blake firing himself into the corner, but Zero able to escape. And once again, able to keep that momentum. Hold on, mount tackle from Zero, but rolling through cover, but again, foot on the bottom rope. This has been a problem for Zero in recent memory. It's possible he's a little bit distracted. This is not the opponent that he wants to be fighting. But he can't let that, let his bitterness towards Holloway distract him from the opponent in front of him. That will absolutely cost him match after match. Hold on now, Blake. Flashing elbow buries it right into the heart of Zero Lopez. Zero trying to get himself hyped up here, trying to get motivated. Fires himself off the ropes and sling blade, center of the ring. But Blake springing to his feet. Hold on a second. Puerto Rican Destroyer. Is that going to be it? Hold on. Roll up, but again, Zero just not aware of where he is in the ring. On Blake going high risk now, delivering a massive frog splash in honor of his Uncle Eddie, and connects finally with that leaping facebuster, and he's going high risk once again, and another massive frog splash. Dragon Sleeper now. Zero in trouble. Finally able to break the hold, but he was in that for quite a while. Hold on a second. Yoshitonic making a mockery of Zero's finishing hold and nearly getting a victory out of it. Step up Insagiri from Blake, and now Blake hyping himself up here. Another big frog splash. And Zero is in trouble. Big neck breaker and DDT center of the ring. Blake in complete control of this match. No, hold on. Zero trying to regain some order here. Hold on. Back switch and a Pele kick shuts Zero down. And hold on. Destino, center of the ring. But a lung blower trying to take the air out of Zero's lungs and out of this room. And nearly gets a count of 3. Possibly if he went for a somewhat more conventional cover, he may have got it. Now Blake firing off the ropes. Big Rana shooting. Zero springing back to his feet. And a stomach crunching maneuver. If he goes for this frog splash, that could be it. No, he's got something else in mind. Meteora off the top. Cover 1, 2. No. Zero found a second wind. I don't know where he found it. But Blake looking to extinguish the flame that is Zero Lopez and delivering frog splash after frog splash off the top. Goes for a roll up. 1, 2. Blake possibly hiding that bottom rope from Harada's field of view. It looked like Zero had a hand on the bottom rope, but he's able to kick out regardless. Zero now fired into that corner. And big spinning backbreaker. Hold on, back switch from Zero. Zero now firing Blake into the corner. What has he got planned? Big step up knee right to the jaw. Both competitors to their feet at the same time. Zero fighting his way out of the corner once again. Goes for a sling blade. And standing shooting spar. Cover 2. 3 count fall. Zero able to prove to himself, able to prove to this Dark Hour stable that in a one-on-one contest, no gimmicks, no seconds, no shenanigans, I'm somebody that you've got to watch out for. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time in the program where I call on you, the viewers, to start listing some names for the Battle Royal this evening. As COLBY going to be holding court in the center of the ring, we need to figure out exactly who he's going to be facing tonight. Let's see. Actually, they are not booked tonight, so I can absolutely throw Frank Vista in there. I can't call him King of the Battle Royal, as that is Terrell's title, but I can absolutely get a Frank Vista in there. No, neither of them are booked in a standard match tonight. Do you want him in the Battle Royal as well? We can make that happen. Let's see. Kowalski is not. We can absolutely put him in there. You know what? Let me see. We haven't seen Linda in a few weeks. I'm gonna go ahead and get her on the card. And we're just chilling here. Let's see. I added Pepsi Man. Because I know that was a pretty popular request, and I can get somebody on the next Wrestling Organization roster. Absolutely. Let's see. Who have we not seen in a while that would be good? Actually, Baby Man might not be a bad pick. Let me see. I'm trying to think if there's somebody else that you might want in. He's the next Wrestling Organization champion. I mean, we haven't seen him in a little while. Unless there's somebody like... Actually, I think the real answer is I'm a bear, because people fucking love this bear. But no rule, it says we can't have more than one guy from your stable. So, Floyd is wrestling tonight, as per your suggestion. I don't really have a plan for them as a duo, because I do recall what you wanted done with them. So we can kind of figure out exactly what that looks like later. Actually, maybe we'll see what that looks like after Floyd's match this week. So maybe we put Baby Man on hold, but let's see if we got somebody else that we might want to pull in. It's been a little while since we've seen Brad Chad. Because I've got Cobb and Voldo booked tonight. Which is why I'm kind of dancing around picks. But that's still going to leave 2 more slots. Actually, I don't know about you, GK. Is there anybody on your roster we haven't seen in a little while that you might want to see? Considering that would put us at 2 and 2 and 2. You want to put Jackal? I am totally cool with that. Yeah, I know he's, if I remember correctly, you made him more of an MMA guy, so I'm not saying we can't put him in this match, because I am totally cool with that. This match is, like, supposed to be a, hey, this is, like, totally open classification, but when we start figuring out what the MMA division looks like, I was going to start using him more, so getting him on the screen before that might be a good idea. Alright, so we've got 1 more open slot. So what are y'all thinking? More Shaq. Unfortunately, I did not see any other Shaq-based characters on the Steam Workshop. I will have to look again later just to see what kind of options there are there, but let's see. Barkley. Why the hell is there a Mag.Lo here? figure that out later. I am almost certain. Yeah, I do definitely have a Charles Barkley, so we can make Charles Barkley happen. All right, I think that's gonna be our 8. And we might have to figure out a final showdown between Shaq and Barkley at a later date as well. But right now, this is going to be the 8 men competing for a shot at, competing at a shot at the COLBY Open Challenge this evening. So let's go ahead and get into that match right now. To definitely keep your eye on in this match. It's going to be Jackal and it's going to be Kowalski. Jackal we have not seen on television in several weeks. We're going to have to see if Ring Rust is going to caught up to him. And Kowalski a bit of an unproven commodity here in Blake's House Wrestling Television. Only a couple matches into his career, but yet to find that breakout and showcase moment of his to make his mark in the Blake's House Wrestling world. Right now, Charles Barkley absolutely taking it to Kowalski. Hold on, no. I'm a bear stepping in. But Barkley taking on all comers. High and low, Barkley caught in the unblockable. Look at the blue Gatorade side of the ring. Hold on. Oh my God. Absolutely devastating slam from Barkley.
Give up. Come on.
Okay, Brad Chad walking on that double arm hold. But Vista able to power out of it. Frank Vista, of course, a bit of a Battle Royal specialist. Looking to make his mark very much in the same way Terrell did so many weeks ago.
Give up.
Big kangaroo kick from Jackal, and Jackal, big forearm smash, and now he's got Pepsi Man right where he wants him. And once again, Barkley and Kowalski slugging it out, and Barkley just throwing those sledgehammer-like hands all around this 20x20. And hold on, flash roll-up, but no, doesn't even get one. Big Rana, and right now, Linda slugging it out with Amabear. Amabear pushing her back with those massive palms. A clubbing blow from a bear. It's like getting hit with a frying pan, but hold on. Kowalski trapping the arm of Pepsi Man. But unable to capitalize further. Twisting slam into the center of the ring from Linda, but Jackal able to get to his feet and met with a forearm smash to the back of the head from Amabear. Big low roundhouse coming from Kowalski. We are over 5 minutes in. Hold on a second. Blazing tornado coming from Brad Chad. And Pepsi Man is dazed. Hold on a second. Airplane spin now. Trying to take any and all comers for a ride around this wrestling ring. Hold on. Leaping suplex from Barkley. And Barkley will score the first elimination. Down to 7. Sandwich Lariato from Linda and Amabear. Barkley trying to throw Pepsi Man over the top rope and to the outside. That is an over 15-foot drop. Hold on, Kowalski going high risk. Leaping tornado DDT. Kowalski diving over 10 feet across the ring. But he is unable to capitalize in the chaos of this battle royal. Hold on, cover 1, 2. Oh my gosh, so close. Absolutely picture-perfect German suplex. Kowalski in danger now, but able to get his shoulder off the mat at a critical moment. And now Pepsi Man won, but only one. And once again, blazing, no tornado. Linda breaking up the attempt. And low roundhouse from Kowalski once again. And Vista sent to the outside. I'm a Bear picking up an elimination. And we are down to 6.
Give up.
Big leaping cutter from Barkley. Kamigoye from I'm a Bear. I'm a Bear trying to end Pepsi Man's in-ring efforts. Hold on, elimination once again. And that is Brad Chad sent to the back. Low roundhouse, but bodies just colliding center of the ring. Barkley leaping forearm smash just absolutely flattens Linda now.
Give up.
Backstabber coming from Kowalski. Ripcord, but unable to capitalize. Hold on, shining axe kick coming from Kowalski, and big diving headbutt doesn't find its mark. I think Pepsi Man may have been distracted coming off that top turnbuckle, missing that dive attempt. Leaping brain buster from Barkley. And another forearm smash and falling fist. Kowalski in the danger zone here. Big boy off the top, Pepsi Man. But hold on, oh my God.
1, 2.
Barkley looking to end basketball as we know it as he slams Kowalski to the mat. Big super kick from Linda, but Linda not yet done with Kowalski. And hold on a second. Izuna drop, planting I'm a Bear right on his head. He goes to the cover. This could be it. 1, 2. Linda appears to be unfinished with Kowalski or I'm a Bear. She breaks up that pin attempt. Eat the feet.
2, 3.
Hold on. Cover.
2.
That is Pepsi Man sent to the back. Another elimination credited to Charles Barkley. And Kowalski locking on the bear hug on I'm a Bear. Leaping neck breaker. It is absolute madness in the center of the ring. Hold on. A giant swing against a giant creature that is I'm a Bear. High and low, Kowalski and Barkley putting I'm a Bear in the unblockable. Hold on a second. Izuna drop, crushing Linda now, but Kowalski unable to capitalize. The double powerbomb just flattens him to the mat. Hold on, leaping cutter out of nowhere from Chuck now as he dunks Kowalski into the mat. Stroke from Linda. Hold on just a second now. And that scissor sleeper going to send Linda home. We are down to 3. This could be it for Kowalski. No, hold on. He might be hanging in there a little bit longer, but... Ooh, a major miscue. This is an excellent opportunity for Alma Bear now. As Barkley colliding with Kowalski on the way out of the ring. Hold on, DDT, center of the ring, cover 2. 3 count fall. If you can't slam with the best, then jam with the rest, as Barkley advancing to the COLBY Open Challenge. See, I didn't want to get that in too early, because there was a possibility Charles Barkley was going to win this match. And that is really where you need to put in his classic win quote. Yeah, possibly a NBA takeover of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. Shaq tried last week. Barkley trying this week. But right now we have got... Let's see here. That is... As I said, we were going to have Mag.Lo in the ring with the Blake's House Wrestling Champion. It is not going to be singles action. However, we're going to get a taste of what may be to come in the future, as Mag.Lo and Alpizar are taking on Voldo and Cobb in some tag team action, and that match, it's right now. Mag.Lo.bandcamp.com. Alpizar may have missed his cue coming out from the back. But, I'm sure he was just itching to get into the ring with this team, and already Mag.Lo locking on that patented spinning toe hold. You can tell he means business already. Mag.Lo and Voldo just slugging it out in the center of the ring. As you can see, that Blake's House Wrestling Champion, Cobb, watching on. Hold on, Magic. Killer! As Alpizar now delivering a series of mounted punches. Just like that mount tackle will miss. That's going to create an opportunity for Voldo to get to that blue Gatorade corner. Bring Cobb into this match. Here we have two legitimately tough fighters. Cobb, a submission specialist. Alpizar, a devastating striker.
Oh!
And going to see, hold on, nope. Looks like this team bringing in Mag.Lo and high and low. Cobb caught in the unblockable, and Mag.Lo is on his way, sliding D right to the forehead. And Cobb going to make her way back to her own corner, and now sandwich Insagiri from this Mixed Wrestling Organization team. But hold on, Mag.Lo getting all the fan favorite maneuvers in. He hits that patented airplane spin, and that is going to get the crowd going. Clothesline from Bretton Woods as the crowd chants his name. Cover 1, 2. Looks like both teams electing to bring a fresh man into this match. Hold on, Magic. Killer once again. Cobb utilizing that patented Mixed Wrestling Organization Tag Team Wrestling, trying to bring this fight to her own side of the ring. Alpizar not cooperating, making this as difficult as he possibly can. Hold on. Now both fighters slugging it out. And those educated feet of Alpizar shutting Cobb down. Ooh, but only a count of 1. It's going to take so much more than that to keep the champion down. But Alpizar very interested in finding out what that is going to take. Alpizar trying to cut Cobb off, but that uppercut right to the throat going to create an opportunity to get back to her own corner. And once again, it is Mag.Lo going head-to-head with Voldo, but Alpizar a parting shot with that knee bar. Now here comes Voldo once again, utilizing that patented Mixed Wrestling Organization techniques, trying to keep this fight in their own corner. Mag.Lo, big Samoan drop, and there's a drop kick. You've been waiting on it for 7 minutes, and he delivers square in the chest, and Mag.Lo trapped, unable to escape the flames spit from Nock Voldo, and that has created a huge opening for Laz Cobb as she delivers that double armbar and a series of devastating shots to the stomach and face. And that is going to send Mag.Lo back to his own corner, as Cobb and Alpizar now doing battle in this orange Gatorade side of the ring. Big low roundhouse from Alpizar. And again, delivering that knee bar, and that's going to clear out that blue Gatorade apron. And that 2-on-1 situation proving too much for Alpizar to overcome. Ramon goes for the cover. 1, 2. But only gets 2. Mag.Lo not coming in to cut Voldo off. Possibly thinking it is a bit too early to go for a cover in this situation. Or possibly wants to be the man to pin the champion himself. We will have to see. Right now, excellent block of the kick by Nock Voldo. Those feet of Alpizar so very devastating. Is no stranger to inflicting harm with his fists either, as you can see, but Voldo extremely competitive in this match, delivering that big DDT, flattening Alpizar, and that's going to get Mag.Lo out of his own corner. And right now, Mag.Lo and Cobb just battling it out. Cobb getting a parting shot on the way out the door, but a series of punches from Voldo. Create an opening here, but Alpizar now going back to his own corner. Voldo this time able to overcome those 2-on-1 odds with a series of toe kicks. And now, hold on just a moment. Big jawbreaker, and that is going to create an opportunity to get to his own corner. You've got Mag.Lo going head-to-head with Cobb, and hold on just a moment here. STO and suplex absolutely flattens Mag.Lo, and Cobb is in excellent position. Alpizar coming in to make the save, and locks on a knee bar of his own, and Cobb is in dire straits. On Samoan drop from Mag.Lo. see exactly what he has got in store here. Running the ropes and sliding D once again. And it's like the strategy for this team is going to be keep a fresh man ready at all times. And right now, Cobb and Alpizar just going to war with one another. Such a dangerous proposition. But both fighters just trading kicks, swinging an aluminum bat at the side of each other's heads. And hold on just a second here. Alpizar trapped in this absolutely torturous hold. Mag.Lo able to come in and break it up. Driving Cobb back to her own corner. Hold on. Diving elbow, but oh my god. Picture perfect deadlift suplex from Voldo, and Voldo now on that mandible claw. Mag.Lo forced back to his own corner. Wild shot from Alpizar. And now Mag.Lo going high risk. Big body splash. Just absolutely devastating. And another. Is he going for a third? It looks like he is. No, thinks better of it. But will send. Hold on, what's he got in store here? Set up, muscle. Buster! Goes for that cover. 1, 2. Cobb able to make the save at a critical moment. And a series of headbutts is going to create space for Voldo to get to the outside. Hold on, reverse chokeslam from Alpizar, but Alpizar not yet finished with Cobb. And Alpizar just throwing up the double digits at Nock Voldo. Just disrespecting this Mixed Wrestling Organization team. Hold on. That merry-go-round slam from Voldo just absolutely flattening Mag.Lo. And the tone of this match has shifted dramatically. Mag.Lo with that signature double arm DDT, but he's unable to get across the ring to assist Alpizar. Hold on. Oh, Mag.Lo setting up for the Mag.Lo driver, but Voldo able to escape the hold, and Alpizar was submitted. Mag.Lo unable to come in and make that save. And Laz Cobb, the Blake's House Wrestling champion, standing tall in the center of the ring. Yeah, no, that was great. And, like, obviously you can't plan for it, just with the nature of this game. But the finish keeps Cobb and Mag.Lo strong, which is very good. So yeah, good stuff going on. But let us keep this show rolling here. As Worzalla, man, seemingly interested in throwing his hat in the singles ring. Going to be going head-to-head with his former tag team partner, Sterling. And that match is going to be right now. Making his way to the ring. One of the longest reigning tag team champions in Blake's House Wrestling history, but Sterling also half responsible for that streak. Both of these men, absolute warriors. Interested in just putting you in the mat and keeping you there as soon as possible by any means necessary.
Fight.
And we're going to have to see exactly whose wrestling comes out on top. Big back elbow from Worzalla at the start of the match. And big belly-to-belly overhead suplex from Sterling. Scoop and a slam answered back from Worzalla. Certainly a much slower pace at the start of this contest than I would have expected from either of these men. But very well maybe they just know each other so well. Neither man wants to overextend. Big headbutt. And that is something you're going to see a lot from both of these men. A lot of headbutts, a lot of open palm strikes. Be quite literally throwing their weight around with those big elbow drops and body drops. Styles so very similar. As I said, why they were so effective as a tag team together. But right now, both of these men interested in making a name for themselves in the singles division. They're going to have to go through one another to get it. Possibly setting up for that Ushigoroshi, but Worzalla able to escape, delivers that big tackle. And Worzalla setting up for that patented Worzalla elbow drop, but Sterling springing to his feet. He knows exactly how dangerous that maneuver is. But X marks the spot right on the chest, cover two. And that is nearly enough right there. That maneuver so absolutely devastating. Second only to the KO punch of David Clement in sheer stopping power.
5 minutes gone.
And Worzalla signaling that he wants to deliver another one. And Sterling has had enough. He is bringing foreign objects into this match. And hold on, just... Oh my God! That maneuver never gets any less sickening to look at anytime he does it. And tombstone pile driver right onto the steel chair. As I said, Sterling has had enough of this match. He's had enough of Worzalla, but Worzalla continuing to fight on. And possibly setting up for yet another patented Worzalla elbow drop. And that elbow going right through the heart of Sterling Thomas. I said, one of the most devastating finishing holds in Blake's House Professional Wrestling. And Worzalla's winning streak continues. But coming up next, we saw the Battle Royal moments ago. We know exactly who Colby is going to be facing tonight. So let us not waste any more of your time. Charles Barkley going head-to-head with the maddest wrestler in the Blake's House Wrestling stable, Colby Cole. And that match, it's right now. letting out a shout. He is ready to go. Colby is amped for this match. He is going up against Chuck, the innovator of the Chaos Dunk. This match is canon.
Hi.
And Barkley already off to a great start going up against Colby. Colby with those barn door right hands, cutting Barkley off. Said Colby, the angriest competitor in the Blake's House Wrestling stable. He is such a difficult man to contain and an even harder man to stop. Barkley, just that amazing display of power, lifting Colby over his head, slamming him down to the mat. Colby springing back to his feet and once again throwing those barn door right hands. Swinging wildly, but Barkley answering back, just putting the boots to the chest of one Colby Cole. Colby shooting himself into that corner, buries a shoulder right into the gut of Charles Barkley. And Colby is on a tear. Barkley is to his feet first. Men just slugging it out with one another. Colby barely able to gain the upper hand. Big jawbreaker. Barkley trapped in the center of the ring. Hold on. Big pump handle slam, and Colby wasting no time here. And Barkley doing what he can just to cool Colby off. That DDT planting him in the corner. And again, Colby just swinging those heavy right hands. And big spine buster center of the ring. And Colby possibly setting up for Gladiator! 1, 2. Ooh, only gets 2.
5 minutes gone.
Spine buster once again, and Colby this time mounted punches to Barkley. If the atomic lariat wasn't enough, he is trying to just bury Barkley, but Barkley keeps getting back up, keeps rising to the challenge. Big bulldog center of the ring, and Barkley now in control, putting on the giant swing. Colby trapped in the center of the ring. And that giant swing may have been the momentum shift that he needed, as Barkley just in complete control of the situation. Another bulldog planting Colby to the mat, but Colby to his feet first. The sheer force of will and rage of this man cannot be measured.
1, 2.
Barkley cover gets a count of 2. And the distance Barkley traveled with that flying forearm, absolutely phenomenal. Now it is Colby that's going to need to cool off the momentum of Barkley. Barkley is just making things extremely difficult here as a devastating chokeslam flattens Colby Cole. Cover 1, 2. Oh my God, so close. Colby able to kick out. And goes for a cover of his own. 1, 2. But only gets 2. Belly to belly, center of the ring, and once again going back to those mounted punches. Just swinging those heavy left and right hands. Both men swinging for the fences. Neither man able to connect, but Once again, Barkley trying to end Colby in this match, but still not able to get a 3-count fall. Colby finding that inner strength to kick out of the hold. And cover 1, 2. And that not enough. Now Barkley again, gorilla press, attempting to throw Colby to the outside, but Colby getting a hand on that top rope. Hold on, just a minute here. 1, 2. No, only 2. Colby busted open, possibly by that right hand, and a devastating slam. That could be it. 1, 2. No, you have just made Colby more angry. Blocks the vertical suplex, delivers one of his own. And Colby now calling for the end. Roaring elbow to the face. And is setting up for Atomic Gladiator! 3-count fall. Barkley was doing everything right in that match, but he made the mistake of making Colby Cole angry as he swung for the fences with that atomic lariat at the close of that match, putting an end to Sir Charles Barkley in this contest. We have just got a couple more matches for you guys tonight. Of course, a staple of the Blake's House Wrestling program. We have the King of Fighters television title. And we have got a treat of a tag team for you guys this evening. Let's see here. Actually, I listen and do it. As the best friends with Orange Cassidy going head-to-head with this Knicks Wrestling Organization team. And that match, it's right now. Has beaten the Union and the Blake's House All-Star team. But we will have to see exactly what sort of answers the best friends have. This well-oiled machine of trios wrestling. Looks like Beretta starting the best friends off. And starting things off with a bang is Hans Hurtem, reversing that side headlock and delivering a big suplex. Goes that dropkick, doesn't find its mark, but it looks like Orange Cassidy, the legal man in this contest. Of course, Cassidy, the most devastating striker in professional wrestling today, Orange Cassidy. Cassidy delivering those open palm strikes. Doesn't quite find its mark. And Hans Hurtem would do wisely to stay away from those palm strikes if he is able to do so. And they're once again able to escape. Cassidy now blocking that vertical suplex, sending Hans Hurtem to the outside. And big power bomb and cutter combination. And here comes the world's tallest cruiserweight and the only man ever to submit Ramon on Blake's House Wrestling Television in Devon Ramos. But now Chuck Taylor, the legal man in this contest for the best friends. See just how well Dustin fares against Ramos. And Ramos doing what he does best, trying to pick apart his opponents any way he can. But Chuck Taylor able to escape those leg holds, but now we've got El Idolo in this match now. A truly awesome competitor to watch. So athletic, so technically proficient. But it's like Dustin entirely uninterested in that technical prowess. He wants to brawl with Idolo. And Idolo more than happy to deliver those big strikes to Chuck Taylor any way he can. Big forearm smash. That suplex is going to create an opening for both teams to get a fresh man in the ring. And Trent Beretta just thrown to the mat with that flying head scissors. Cover one. Only gets one. And there is Greg, as only Greg can be, delivering those forearm smashes and chops. Big scoop and a slam. That's going to send Ramos to the outside. That's going to clear out that blue Gatorade apron. And the most vicious striker in professional wrestling delivering a huge super kick to Ramos. And that has gotten that orange Gatorade corner cleared out, as Harada has completely lost control of this match. Big leaping brainbuster slamming Trent Beretta to the mat. And Ramos definitely making a tag, as he took a vicious super kick from Orange Cassidy earlier. Gonna need to take a moment on the apron to recollect himself. On Idolo setting up for something in the corner.
2.
Mount tackle, but Cassidy able to reverse into that guillotine choke. Orange Cassidy possibly a bit distracted. Oh my god. I don't know how Hurtem is able to stand after those open palm strikes and deliver those European uppercuts. But somehow gaining the upper hand in that exchange, and that vicious knife edge chop to Orange Cassidy's chest. Hans Hurtem is playing with fire here, but he is succeeding. Chuck Taylor now the legal man in the ring here, and another double underhook suplex. Hold on. What has... Oh my god. Chuck Taylor possibly setting for that. Another gun stun and connects. On back switch from Hurtem, and now firing Chuck Taylor into his own corner. Hold on. Big monkey flip. And Dustin getting a ton of mileage with those double underhook suplexes. but hold on. Setting up for a powerbomb possibly, whatever it is blocked. But Chuck Taylor unable to escape that Rana, and now Idolo going high risk. Big, oh my, hold on. No, Chuck Taylor able to roll out of the way. And here comes Beretta. Flipping cannonball senton from Idolo. Major miscommunication from the best friends, and that's created an opening for Idolo to lock on that armbar on Chuck Taylor. Toe hold from Idolo, and Idolo now going back to his own corner. Chuck Taylor, hold on. Big Falcon Arrow goes for the cover one, but only gets one too close to that orange Gatorade corner. But definitely excellent teamwork from that orange Gatorade team. Nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow. But hold on. Standing Shiranui from Chuck Taylor, cover one, but once again, this is what this Mixed Wrestling Organization tag teams specialize in. They keep fights in their own side of the ring. They make it incredibly difficult. Oh my God, just so much chaos in the ring. Cover two. And again, only getting two. Leg whip from Ramos. And that has set Hans Hurtem up in perfect position. Now hold on. Big cutter from Chuck Taylor. Chuck Taylor can get to his own corner. He's going to be in excellent position. No, electing to cover once again. But just keeping this fight too close to this Mixed Wrestling Organization corner. Looks like he's finally able to get back to his own side of the ring, and once again, the greatest striker in professional wrestling today, the legal man in this contest. But again, this Mixed Wrestling Organization team keeping the fight on their side of the ring, making it very difficult for the best friends to pick up a pinfall. Hold on, roll up, cover one, no. Cassidy able to get a hand on the bottom rope. But Idolo trying to create a moment for his team, but Cassidy able to fend him off. Big Russian leg sweep from Orange Cassidy. We'll figure no eliminations yet, but at any given moment, a competitor could be eliminated, as Ramos attempting to do so with that Kimura hold. And I believe Orange Cassidy has had enough of this match. He is going to the outside. And it is going to just be Greg and Dustin taking on this Mixed Wrestling Organization team. Cover one, but only getting one. Slight miscalculation from the Mixed Wrestling Organization team, but despite that, they're still keeping this fight on their side of the ring. God, that reverse Frankensteiner absolutely devastating. This has got to be it for Beretta. Chuck Taylor trying to fight his way through that 2-on-1 advantage.
20 minutes.
Beretta now bringing Chuck Taylor back into this match. Idolo getting himself fired up, but hold on. Big double underhook suplex once again finding its mark, getting a ton of mileage for Chuck Taylor now. But hold on, big destroyer from Idolo. Idolo calling for the end, as a flying head scissors absolutely devastating Chuck Taylor. Chuck Taylor somewhat distracted, and that distraction paying off as Ramos able to pick up the submission. And Greg all alone now. Ramos once again, such an effective submission specialist, taking out both of the best friends. This Mixed Wrestling Organization team making a statement. Also, Zoe, no, you have not wrestled today, as like we are keeping your character off screen for like a big return with like a revamped moveset and AI. And also appreciate you coming in, James. Yeah, you missed many things actually. But, let's see. Coming up tonight, of course, tonight's main event, this #1 Contenders tournament for the fate of the Judgment Pro Wrestling title. That is going to be your main event. However, Terrell once again going head-to-head with a mystery opponent. Seems the firm in JB3's absence, just putting together a long laundry list of opponents that Terrell has had to fight his way through week in and week out. And once again, the firm calling Terrell out, and we will see exactly who is at the other end of the line. And that match, it's right now. The firm crossing over into the Mixed Wrestling Organization stable, getting the big man Floyd Bartholomew as a special guest enforcer to continue the punishment of Terrell Benjamin. Several weeks ago, Bartholomew going to war with Mag.Lo. You're going to have to see exactly how Terrell can compete against this mountain of a man. Being said, despite the size disadvantage, make no mistake, Terrell is an absolute powerhouse as he challenges and succeeds in a test of strength against Floyd Bartholomew. That man is all power in a small frame. And that may be the difference maker between Bartholomew and Mag.Lo and Bartholomew and Terrell, where Mag.Lo was struggling to keep up. Oh no, blocking the suplexes, Bartholomew. And I was saying that was an issue that Mag.Lo had in his contest with Bartholomew. As Bartholomew's such a difficult man to maneuver around. Just, he knows how to use his size so very effectively. See if the power of Terrell is going to be able to overcome that. Hold on. Big jawbreaker from Bartholomew. Bartholomew now low blow, just flattening Benjamin now. A knee to the gut, and Bartholomew running elbow drop to the back. Again, Bartholomew just so good at throwing his weight around and delivering all of it into the spine of Terrell Benjamin. Cover 1, 2. But only gets 2. Of course, we saw one such elbow drop result in a match stoppage already tonight. And Bartholomew bringing out the foreign object, and Terrell's been busted open. If the goal of the firm was to find someone that would punish Terrell Benjamin, Floyd Bartholomew was an excellent choice, but Terrell battling back with that leaping vertical suplex, showing I can and I will lift this man off the mat and slam him into the center of this ring. Cover 1, 2. Bartholomew, after busting Terrell open, able to pick up the victory, just quite literally throwing his weight into the chest of Terrell Benjamin. I don't know if the goal of the firm and Bartholomew was punishment or if it was embarrassment, but just raking the face of Terrell with that foreign object. May have had difficulty seeing it, may have had difficulty kicking out of that, of that big body drop there. Whatever the case may be, a statement has been made by Floyd Bartholomew and the firm of Judgment Pro Wrestling. But we have got one more match for you guys tonight. And this is the match that you guys have been waiting for. Both John Newton and Josh Kaiser going to war last week, earning themselves a spot in the finals of this tournament. This one is for all the pasta. Winner of this match will face A-Man next week in a Judgment Pro Wrestling special event for the JPW Championship. John Newton, Josh Kaiser, next. Both Newton and Kaiser made just statement victories last week. Fatigue should be at a minimum coming into this match. But we will have to see just what sort of toll their matches last week took on one another. Kaiser coming out of the corner early, but both these men just exchanging maneuvers here. Series of punches to the jaw from Kaiser. Hold on, roll up, but not even getting one. Big knee to the gut from Newton, able to reverse course here, but Kaiser now showing off a little bit for the audience in the stands and the thousands watching at home. Clearly the stakes of this match are not weighing on the mind of one Josh Kaiser. he is going to be the same man that looks to frustrate his opponents at every step, and he intends to do exactly that to John Newton tonight. When I say this every week, John Newton is on your screen. John Newton is a brawler. He is extremely effective as a striker and just a incredibly tough individual. I don't think he is going to get frustrated by Kaiser's attack, as he had to go through the likes of the Firm week in and week out. A team that would do more than frustrate, but Kaiser is looking to test those limits over the course of this match. One big gut wrench suplex from Newton. And both competitors trading kicks. Hold on, reverse Irish whip. And Spanish fly, center of the ring. I may have misspoke when I suggested Kaiser was not taking this match seriously, as he is clearly pulling out all the stops in this contest. Big swinging neckbreaker from Newton. Goes for the cover. One. Only gets one. Kaiser just planting Newton into the center of the ring, and now this time it's Kaiser's turn to be fired into the ropes. Luthez press and a series of mounted punches coming from John Newton. Kaiser now running the length of this 20 by 20, now going high risk. Double stomp buried into the gut of Newton, and now standing moonsault, nearly picking up the victory right there. Swinging neckbreaker once again from Newton. Kaiser now walking him down. Patented John Newton kick to the gut. That is the precursor to Newton's Law. As a lariat just lays Kaiser out, and Newton looking to slow Kaiser down a little bit. And hold on, there it is. Patented kick to the gut. Newton's Law, center of the ring, cover two. Oh my God, it wasn't enough. Kaiser now fire himself into the corner. Big monkey flip, and once again running the width of this 20 by 20, sliding D. Swinging for the fences with that hard shot. Does not connect, with that gut wrench suplex will. And now Newton going up top, diving elbow, buries it in the chest of Josh Kaiser, and Newton once again going for that patented kick to the gut. It is sidestepped, and once again, John Newton is planted into the mat. Gut wrench suplex again, and Newton needs a moment to breathe. The pace of this match has been absolutely intense all the way through. Kaiser going high risk. Buries that two boots right in the chest. Goes for the cover. Two. Three count fall. And Josh Kaiser has done it. The surprise entry in this Judgment Pro Wrestling 4-man tournament. The man that will be facing A-Man on next week's Judgment Pro Wrestling special is Josh Kaiser. A man that's... It seems as though his goal, when he goes out into the ring, is to frustrate his opponent, to get under their skin, to make them mad, and make a mistake. Has just done exactly that to an entire locker room interested in competing for that Judgment Pro Wrestling title. But that is going to be it for the main portion of tonight's program. Of course, stay tuned for the bonus match. And I can catch you up, GK, on some things that were happening while you were away. And just, yeah, on the stream in general. That Terrell Bartholomew match. So here's the thing that fucks me up. And I'm going to get into this right now while you guys decide who the two people in the bonus match are going to be. So I have not changed the stats of Bartholomew at all since his last match when he went 30 minutes with Mag.Lo. I want Bob Ross. I can absolutely... Let me see. I mean, Bob Ross is not in here in this list. Please understand. Tell you what, I can put Bob Ross in the Battle Royal next week, though. I can do that. So I changed nothing about the Floyd Bartholomew character, and instead he squashes Terrell in 5 minutes, where like he had a 30-minute war with Mag.Lo last week. It's weird. This game is weird a lot of the time. As for the other matches, you said the Mag.Lo match was the last match you saw, so you missed Worzalla fighting against Sterling. Worzalla picking up a big victory there. COLBY fighting against Charles Barkley. And COLBY picked up the win there, and I think you came in during the Best Friends match. Alright. See, like, I don't totally buy that as an angle, although, like, I understand where you're coming from on that, because he was not a fighting champion. But this absolutely is, like, one guy versus the authority angle, so he should be the babyface in this angle. But, yeah, maybe the fans aren't buying it. Sometimes that happens. Tell you what, if we're not enamored with who is on the screen right now, I can re-roll 8 more characters. And honestly, Brad, Chad, and Orlando should probably get re-rolled anyway, if I can do that. I can do that. That's pretty cool. That's a thing I didn't know I could do. You want Big Boss Man? Can do that. And suicidal, homicidal, genocidal Sabu, I can absolutely do that also. Yeah, I mean, nobody else calling out names. Yeah, I don't know if you were tuned in during the Mag.Lo and Alpizar versus Cobb and Voldo match, because the finish of that was real good in that, hey, the champion picked up the victory, and Mag.Lo, who is on a hot streak, does not get pinned or submitted. So that was basically exactly how that match should end if you are a booker. You know, it is unfortunate that my good friend Eric Alpizar had to eat the submission, but you know, sometimes that is just wrestling. Worzalla, the big surprise here in, like, he is just on a hot streak out of nowhere. It was like when he beat Satchwell a couple weeks ago, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna run with this. And he's been looking very effective ever since. So, I don't know, maybe a Blake's House title shot is in your future. Yeah, I legitimately have difficulty with guys that have back finishes. So Blake has a back finish, and I've seen it like twice, and that is even accounting for, I think I've got him with the Okada AI, where at high damage he tries to take the back like 60-40 or something like that, or like 60-30 probably. So theoretically I should be seeing it more than 0 times. But I mean, that's also kind of like Antonio, who has the like springboard Rana that I have seen exactly once, despite how frequently I have him tuned to do that. Which is kind of the opposite problem of what you're describing. Although Satchwell getting the lariat reversed constantly is a separate issue entirely. Ah, I am a fool. Yeah, Brad Chad also one of those. Because we've also seen his finish like twice ever, something like that. Yeah, as it turns out, making characters in this game, it's hard sometimes. I mean, hey, shit happens, is kind of all I can say about that. One thing I will say, that MMA match at the open of the show, that fucking ruled. And honestly, the MMA matches in general have been pretty damn solid for the last few weeks. So that is good. I have a lot of faith in that division when I eventually have the space to get back to it. I kind of do want to retool Ramon's AI a little bit more. I kind of like the idea of him being a changed man after being tapped out for the first time to be something. Especially considering how like unimpressive he is in a lot of his matches. And honestly, it might be the same problem that Zoe has as like an in-game character, in that, like, hey, I didn't know how to build a like main event tier wrestler when I first started making characters. So like both of those characters probably should get like pretty significant retools anyway. But I think that is going to do it for tonight. Yeah, as always, thanks to all of you for stopping by. Thank you specifically GK, Nick, and James for contributing to writing some of the storylines for this program, as that makes it a hell of a lot easier to put on a show. Thanks to Mag.Lo for the intro music, and actually thanks to James again for most of the graphic design on this program. If you liked what you saw, please tune in to twitch.tv/MondyCindy every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are interested in hockey and what has lately been a... yes, we are going to have a special program next week. I alluded to it. I did say this aloud a couple times on the show, but probably should have done it in my like official go home. Is yeah, as I'm sure you are aware, the Judgment Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship is on the line next week. So we are putting on a Judgment Pro Wrestling themed special event. So it's going to be a lot of focus on the Judgment Pro Wrestling card. Of course, that means A-Man will be there. The Gatekeeper Challenge will return. And many more surprises in store for y'all next week. And that is right here at twitch.tv/MondayCindy, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Sunday night, if you are interested in NHL hockey. We have like myself and Eric Alpizar, Heavy Cura, we do an exhibition in NHL 20, and we record what we are calling a podcast. It's typically esports and wrestling focused, although this week, or this past week, to be clear, more politically oriented, as somebody in the chat was kind of, for some reason, interested in mainly my hot takes. Eric's takes were less hot about stuff and things. So we kind of just bullshit about whatever is on our minds that day, or whatever you guys hanging out in the chat might have on your minds that day. So yeah, look for that at twitch.tv/MondayCindy Wednesday nights at roughly 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And sometimes I do other stuff too. But that is going to do it for me tonight. Let me pull up Twitch and see if I can find something for you guys to watch. Let us see here. Who's doing things tonight? Things and stuff also. You know what? Looks like Heavy Cura, my partner in hockey and podcasting, is doing some stuff tonight. So I'm going to throw you guys at him. He's playing Final Fantasy XI, a game that I'm pretty sure can drive by now. Might be able to vote. I don't know. But yeah, that is going to do it for this evening. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out, and hope to see you next week.